Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to show number 2 today on Fuller Broadcast Mania. My co-host is not here right now. He should be popping on here soon. But right now, we got a special guest today. But I'm going to bring Daryl on, and we'll talk a little bit about this fighter, and we'll bring him on to talk about what's going on. Hey, Daryl, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Hey, before we bring this fighter on, give us a little detail before we bring him on the show. Then we'll start asking him questions, about his past, his training, and everything.
Okay, I got a guy. He's coming on the show. His name is Gage Lobe. He is a pretty talented fighter. He's pro now. He had a pretty shaky amateur career going, but ever since he turned pro, he's been on the road. He won a couple of championships. He got another title fight coming up, come May 10th in Florida, and he helps me a lot with a lot of stuff. He's like one of my assistant guys too, and right hand man. So yeah.
All right, guys. Before we bring Gage in, I want to tell you something. I interviewed this guy back a few months ago. He told me about some tournament he was going into. He's a real good kickboxing fighter. And let's get a little bit more details from him. Welcome on our show, Gage. How you doing? Hey, all right, how you doing, man?
I feel blessed. It's another day.
All right, so
you got to turn the volume up. I can't hear you, Holly. Okay.
Well, but you can hear me.
We can hear you. Not that loud. We can hear you. So that's fine. So give us fans and everybody out there a little details about you, and we'll go from there.
What's up? I'm Gage Lobe. I martial arts for almost 12 years. Competitively, I've been 8 years. Basically, like Daryl said, I didn't have the best amateur record, but ever since I turned pro, been on a roll. I have so far in 2025, I'm around like 2-0, getting ready for a title fight May 10th. We're in talks for a title fight that goes through. But I'm more of a Muay Thai kickboxer MMA guy. But if you're really asking me what type of fight I'll go for Muay Thai all day, every day.
All right, that sounds good. I can see that belt on you now. So as far as that going, how's your training going? Like, do you train like a couple days a week, or do you go full throttle? What's your training?
So the training, compared to how I used to be as an amateur, my training, I've just been more physically there in the gym. I'm damn near in the gym every other day if I'm not working. It's the basic things over and over again. I start from the fundamentals. I start my striking and everything. As of right now, training is usual. It doesn't matter if I'm fighting or not. I'm gonna stick to my same regimen. Call and they be like, hey, we got this guy. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So, how's it feel to have that belt around your waist at that kickboxing championship? I mean, I remember you were telling me back a while ago that you had a tournament that you were getting ready to go to sometime in April or something, and here you are, got the title around your waist. How do you feel about this?
Feels amazing. This is my first professional title. I just honestly, I feel really good. I didn't think I was actually in the tournament due to me fighting 2 weeks prior to that, but I made it out of my fight, finished my opponent very quickly. I think it was like 10 seconds or something like that. So I felt like, I didn't get enough ring time. Let's do this tournament. Let's see where I'm at. And, here we are. Belt now on my shoulder. Hopefully, like Daryl said, May 10th, if everything goes through, we're looking at 2 championships. If June comes through, that's 3 championships. So like I said a few months back, once I turn pro, there's a lot of things changing about me. And obviously, as you see, this is the first change.
Well,
right.
he also sometimes train at AKA and down in Thailand as well when he have fights coming up.
It all depends. It all depends on the fight. It all depends on the opponent. It all depends on how I feel.
So, Daryl, how did you end up meeting Cage? Did you meet him off the Facebook page? Did he message you? How did you guys
When I first met him, I met him in person at a fight, and he's this little guy fighting this big old steroid muscle up dude, and I'm like, man, this guy is about to kill this little guy. You know what I mean? And when he got up and got his ass in there, man, that's like he gave that dude a fight of his life too, man. You know what I mean?
Man.
But that's when I knew, okay, this little kid, he got heart, and he ain't scared of nothing. He's gonna take it right to you, you know. But now he's adding a lot of that with skills as well. So yeah, he's coming up.
Yeah, I can see you now. You're at the promotion, watching all these fights, and you see this guy, and you're like, turn your head, you're like, well, wait a minute. Hey, you, come here, I want to talk to you for a minute. You going anywhere? Because I want to get you somewhere. It's like I see a lot of managers are looking at these fighters. They're looking for something. They're looking for champions. They're looking for guys that want it more than anybody. So looking at Cage, I mean, the first
he
time
got
I
him now.
yeah,
he definitely got him now.
So when you went to your kickboxing tournament, did you feel like?
Difficulties.
How did you feel like strength-wise, like the energy and the crowd there? I know it was crowded there. And
Can you
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't hear Jeffrey.
Can you hear me now?
He's talking. You don't hear him still?
I don't hear him. It's like he's buffering on my end.
Oh.
I see you, and I see you moving. And I can hear you, but I don't hear him.
Can you hear me now? That's weird. Can you hear me, Daryl?
Yeah, that's kind of, I hear you. I hear both of you.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
all right, so
I don't know why I don't hear Jeffrey.
go ahead and ask. Go ahead and
I
ask.
might have to ask
question,
him. What was it you tried to ask me?
All right. So Jeffrey, you tell Daryl the question, and he'll tell me.
Well, Daryl, you know what to ask. Go ahead and ask him about when he grew up, where he's from.
Okay. When did you decide that you could become a fighter?
Oh man, I think I decided that back when I was in 5th grade. By then, Brock Lesnar just got to the UFC. I grew up a huge professional wrestling fan. So when I saw him in the UFC, dominating in the UFC, I was like, you know what? I want to be like that. I want to take my skills and I want to show that I'm, in this case, the best in the world at what I do. I think, coming into the game, Daryl, you know me, I say this a lot, but it backs it up. I feel I am one of the best pound for pound guys. A lot of guys will never want to stand up and fight me. If you take me down, okay, you take me down, but actually stand up and fight me. And if you look at guys who claim they can knock me out or they're strikers, look at the result that's happened to them. I finished them. So.
Well, I think you got some pretty good grappling as well, too. Because that's what I was kind of impressed with. Because when you're fighting that one big guy, you know what I mean? You was able to, get out of a lot of shit through grappling.
So I have 5 years of high school wrestling. So I qualified for state and everything. So I was pretty decent as a wrestler. But as I grew up, it was more. I was small. I was small for my age. I was small for. I think I graduated high school. I think I was only like 5'2", 5'3".
Really?
So I was that growth spurt until college. So I was a late bloomer. So I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn how to wrestle because these bigger guys would think, oh, we could just pick on him and he's not gonna do anything. No, if you ask anyone I grew up with, that kid gave him loves the freaking scrap. So seeing him get into a cage and beating guys up for a living, that's nothing new.
Right. Then all the bullying stopped, huh?
Can you hear me, Daryl?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? All right, check this out. So I was talking to Cage about bare knuckle. He doesn't want to have no ears or being in bare knuckle because he has a kid. So you feel like you could get him in the UFC and challenge anybody in the weight class that he's in right now?
Yeah, once he get there, he know what it takes to get to the UFC. You got to get a streak going. Once you get that streak, yeah, anybody can get a good 5-win streak. I could get into the USA. It don't care, matter who they are, but
So
you gotta first get there first.
let me
You
cut
know?
cut you off for this one, Daryl. And Jeff, I don't know if anybody really knows. I'm not looking to go to UFC. I'm not focused on the UFC. I'm not looking on right now. I'm focusing on what's in front of me, and what's in front of me is everyone that's in the regional scene. They feel like they can pad their records. They feel they could do whatever. I'm not that guy who's going to look to pad his record. I'm coming for you at full,
wow.
and it doesn't matter who you are. I'm coming for resumes. Your resume speaks to me. I'm gonna want to fight you because I know some of these guys claim they are the best and they're not. They're padding records against guys that shouldn't be in the ring. They're padding their records against guys who have like 108, 110 pro losses. I'm not doing that. If you really claim you are the best, come fight me because I feel like I'm the best and I want to prove. And I try to, and I go out there every single time I fight and prove. I'm not the easiest challenge like wannabe social media guys Tapology.
Right. See, that's what I love about him. I like what he just said right there about the padding their records. I noticed some promotions like to like if a guy's 35-4 going against a guy that's only like what 9-3. I mean, I think like you want to put guys that are the records are close to each other, not like this guy's got almost 300 fights and this one's only got like 4. So that's gonna say what easy win for him. Maybe
that sounds like
I got something to say about that one too. Now, like you got somebody they way up in their 20s and stuff like that. Sometimes it's gonna be hard for them to find a fight. Now, me myself, I think anybody that has over 10 fights is capable enough to fight anybody. So if you got over 10 fights, you might get somebody that got 20 fights or something like that, you know. But yeah, you can't. I don't think somebody with 20 fights should be fighting anybody under 10 fights, though. You know. So I mean, sometimes you have to because other than that, these guys are not going to be able to fight because nobody's going to fight them. You know. You understand what I'm saying?
It works like that in the amateur scene too. I've had almost over 30 amateur fights. It came to a point where state commission was like, look, man, like we really can't find anyone to fight you. You can't fight these 0-0 guys. Like you have a choice to make. It's out there. You date and you find guys that are still amateurs with close to your record, or you go pro. Like there is no other way. So when I went pro, obviously I'm gonna keep guys in my range that's within at least have a certain amount of fights as me. But like, you know, in order to reach that goal in the UFC, Dana doesn't look at, oh, let me pad my record against this guy who's 0-6 or whatever. No, he's looking at what tough challenges are you taking, and I'm gonna throw myself in the belly of the beast and take those tough ass challenges. But for right now, I'm taking my time and looking at the fights correctly, and then the one that speaks to me is the one I signed for.
I love this guy's attitude, Daryl. I love this guy's attitude.
That's right. That's
so. Speaking of like age here, I noticed I've been looking on watching UFC. There's a lot of UFC fights I've seen. What the heck is that noise?
Daryl's phone.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Tell me this, to go off of that a little bit. I've noticed that you also dabbed in a little professional wrestling. You want to tell us about that?
Oh man, so like I was saying earlier, I'm a huge professional wrestling fan. I grew up loving professional wrestling. I fight due to so many injuries. I could fight for 2 years because of doctors wasn't clear on my neck and everything. So I decided to get into professional wrestling. I trained at House of Glory out in Queens, New York. Them guys are super amazing. I love it. Unfortunately, I did take a break to get back into this sport. But like I told a lot of people, I'm going to get back into it, hopefully, as long as my schedule clears. Right now, my schedule's a little chaotic, so I'm looking probably in the summertime to get back to professional wrestling.
Nice. I've been a professional. I watched professional wrestling all my life. I used to be a wrestler.
Me too. I'm still a big fan.
I think they called it Southeast Wrestling Alliance out in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried out for that for a few months, but I couldn't because my back kept going out on me. So I tried it. It didn't work out for me. So I mean,
So you know, crazy. A lot of people be like, "Oh, professional wrestling is so fake and everything." Certain things, but then when you get hit, you really get hit. Like it actually happened. Like it really hurts. Like you don't know.
yeah,
You don't know how many times I've been choke slammed, I've been thrown on the apron, or I've been chopped. Like those things really hurt.
I actually been hit with a chair.
Yeah.
It's like I love it because the entertainment for the fans, it's like fans love it. I mean, there's a lot of people who'll say like, "Hey,
But
that's
fans
just
gotta-
fake."
Fans got that pro wrestlers take risks too now. Like they get injured just like us fighters. So you got to give them. At the end of the day, they're taking their time away from their family. Maybe 300 days a year. You may never know how long they're on the road away from their family. So we got to give it up to them too. Them guys are like true heroes in my eyes too.
It also helps you build character.
Yeah, especially
If you would have spoke to me 10 years ago about this, I don't think I would have had the confidence.
right? Especially the training you guys go to. That training that pro wrestlers do is more intense than what UFC and because they make you jump over the top of the rope. Or they'll
you
make
got to be able to take it. You have to be able
It's
to
weird,
take
man. I'm sure Greg Gage knows about it, where you got to practice slamming yourself on your back so you don't land on your head.
So the good thing is, like, when we're getting like suplex and stuff onto the mat, due to me being May, I'm so used to hitting the ground. So with that, it doesn't actually affect me as much. But when you see the guys who don't have that type of training, as soon as they hit it, they're out of breath already. Like, oh man, like, and I speak to someone like, hey, go before you about to get your back, before you about to hit your back on that mat, like take that breath real quick. And then so it's a lot, but being a fighter helps you understand like all the perimeters of a ring.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. So with your training, now that you talk about pro wrestling, you got kickboxing, you got wrestling background experience. So that pro wrestling is a good fit for you.
It kept me, and it still kept me in the sport business. Because like I said, when I was out for those 2 years, and you can ask Daryl, I never thought that I was going to come back. Honestly, everyone kept telling me no. Doctors were telling me no. I personally just thought my whole career was over. So professional wrestling gave me that confidence back to keep pushing myself, and eventually gave me the confidence to, step back in the ring for the first time. And I think the first time I competed again was like December of last year. Like that was the first time I actually had the confidence to step back in the ring again because of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling gave me that confidence to be like, hey.
Oh, you got booed.
Yeah, just like I said, build character too, and Gage is a character.
Yeah, I remember. He was talking about something a few months ago about. I can't remember why I interviewed you. Do you remember? Because it was outside. You were at a restaurant or something.
All right. So the last time, actually, it wasn't a couple of months ago. It was actually like last year.
Last year, something. Yeah.
2 years ago, because I didn't pro debut yet. I was still on the sidelines thinking about was I turning pro or not.
Yeah. Now I remember that. Yeah.
And I was on the sideline pushing him, saying, "It's time to go, man. It's time to go."
Cusp of did I want to turn pro or not? So literally right after we did the podcast, I think a few months later, boom, pro debut. So
I gave you that luck charm, man. Look at that. You came on my show.
The confidence came back. I believed in my abilities. I believed in my team. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to come back and, make an impact.
That's good. That's good. So let us know and let the world know and your fans what we're going to see in 2025 from you.
2025 is you're going to see a whole new different Gage. This is professional Gage. This is an amateur Gage where I'm just going to fight anyone that any promotion puts in front of me. I hope all promoters know that. I'm not just going to keep saying yes. If you're giving me somebody just to fill your pockets, I'm going to tell you no. I'm going to look you in your eye and say it's not good enough for me. For the guys at Tapology, you guys suck. Daryl knows guys.
Oh, they got a lot of records messed up. Yeah.
they claim that they know me. They claim that I'm not one of the best fighters. At the end of the day, dudes, you guys are just internet trolls who feel that your opinion matters in the world, and it really doesn't. You could tell any opponent that I face, and I'll be real with anyone. You go to my Tapology, they're gonna say that, oh, if you fight me, it's not gonna count on your record. They're not Tapology is not state commission. State commissions make the fight. If the state commission says it's good to go, that means they're gonna count it on your record. Tapology is not those guys, and I will keep saying it. Tapology, you could come at me and say X, Y, and Z about my losses. Yeah, I know about my losses. That's what amateurs are. Amateurs, you're supposed to lose. You're supposed to throw yourself out there. So when it's time for you to turn pro, you get results like these.
Hey, you can't argue with that.
I make results.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
I make results. So if it's Tapology, if it's promoters,
and he got another title coming up, so he's on the road.
It's Tapology. Other promoters, if you think you can, or even other fighters, if you think you're going to make a name off of me, I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken. This is a whole new, different focused gauge that's willing to come and basically fight anyone that stands in my way. It doesn't matter where I go, one championship, Glory, UFC, it doesn't really matter at this point where I go. Just know I'm coming for the best. And if you claim you're the best, please tell me, and I will happily find any promoter willing to sign that fight.
I'm the best. Anyway, so is there any shout outs you want to give out to anybody out there right now? Your family, friends?
Oh yeah, to my parents, they've been supportive since day one. My daughter, that I love that girl to the fullest extent. That girl is the other reason why I stepped back into the cage to prove to her that, I can still do it. My siblings, obviously you've been pushing me around since we was younger. So, this actually helped. To my team at, Killer Elite.
Oh, well, he ain't gonna be happy with that result right there.
Team at Killer Elite, you guys are freaking crazy. Every day, shout out to T Territory. You guys make the awesome gears. You make my awesome shorts. You make my awesome shin guards, gloves, everything. I appreciate y'all. Daryl, who's been encouraging me to get back to get my confidence. So shout out to Daryl for that one. The guys at MOC, I always try to help them when they ask me to, and hopefully.
Where's he at right now? You Paris?
No. Hopefully. Huh?
I think you're.
He's also a pretty good coach as well.
Maybe one day we'll get him and his coach up here same day, same time, and talk about his training and what's he exceeding in, and what he's improved on. So one more time, Gage, thank you for being on the full broadcast, man. Appreciate your time. And if you get a chance, show up that one more time.
Okay. Oh, definitely. He'd be back now.
If y'all could follow my Instagram, Gage.
We can't hear you though. It went down, your volume.
You hear me better? You hear me now?
I like that. Can you hear me now? Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
A little.
Yeah. Follow my Instagram, guys. GageLuby_22. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I see what's next in the future for me. All right.
All right, man. I appreciate you being on my show, Full Broadcast. We'll have you on here probably before your next fight or after your fight. Give us detail how it went and your training and everything. And while you're at it, I want to see that belt again before I get you off.
Want to see that belt? Bow.
Yeah. All right,
That's
Daryl,
nice,
you can stay on. You can stay on here, Daryl. Great, Gage. Where did he go? He got off. Wow. Message him later, and he message me anytime you guys want to have him back on my show. See, before you met him, I had him on my show a few times. I was like,
no, I've knew him then. I remember.
I
I know Dave for years now.
So give us the detail about some of your other fighters that you got upcoming fight. Oh yeah, guys,
Yeah.
remember this. Bobby Brent is coming back next month and BKFC fight, I believe.
Yep.
May
I have
10th.
another fighter. I have another fighter fighting on there as well. I was trying to get him on here today, but he was driving. He's probably still driving. I'm told him to jump on, but he's probably still driving. But his name is Naldo Silva. He's from Brazil. There's a big Brazilian promotion over there called Jungle MMA. He was a champion there. He fought on PFL and Bellator. He got a real, I think it's like 29-6 is his record. His first fight, he's fighting over there with Bobby on the same date, May the 10th, BKFC. And you will see him kick some ass. He's a beast. He's a monster. So yes, you're gonna see a lot of him soon. Also, there's Bobby Brent. He's fighting on the same show. Most of you guys know what he can do and what he's done. He should have a pretty big fight. I'm not too familiar with his opponent or whatever, but like I said, I know Bobby. As long as he don't get no swell early in the fight and they want to stop it, he should get this one. Right after that, say May, on that same day, that's why I can't be there, and that's why I hate that I can't be there, is I have fights at Flex Fight Series. Probably got about damn near 20 fights of my guys on that show. We're definitely there to take over. And it's going to be in Florida, where I'm used to, where I come up at. So, like I said, I got a big reputation in Florida of ass kicking with my guys and winning belts. We're going to do the same thing come May the 10th in Tampa. You guys could tune into that. Just watch Flex Fight Series. You could tune in on Fubu Sports TV or throwdownsports.com, which you can purchase tickets and pay-per-view as well. Let's see. Even after that, well, this coming this month, I have one of my guys. His name Hernandez Banks. He's one of the best grapplers that I have. He got good stand-up as well. He just coming off of a knockout last month from Flex Fight Series. On this show, he's going to be fighting on XFC. This one's going to be in Deerfield, Deerfield, Florida, April the 26th. And what else do I have on that one? I also have fights coming April the 20th.
Yeah, it's April 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah. So while we're here, give us a little detail of fighters that you're looking for, because I know there's fighters out there who are looking for managers. There's lots looking for fights.
Okay.
Let them know what you're looking for.
I'm glad you asked that. What I'm looking for, like I said, I'm always looking for just talent. Somebody that can get out there and get some good wins, that's serious about it. They want to get their career going to the next level, like UFC and all that type of stuff. I don't truly like the fighters that I just fight. I just want to fight. I don't care who I fight. I don't care if I win or lose. No, I don't like one of those guys. I want some fighters that want to win. And for you guys that want to pick a good manager, I would suggest that you do your homework on the guys, see exactly where they've been, how many fighters they got, what the connections they got, and all that. Because for one, a manager could have far more connections than you have. You think, yeah, you could get you a fight, but you don't know the insides out about that part. You know what I mean? You can get you a fight, but you don't know. You might be going in as food because you're going in just to feed somebody. You know. So us managers looks out for that type of stuff. You know, yeah, you can get a fight any way you want to, but who are you fighting? And is that fight fair? You know? So with me, most people know me already. They know I don't really play that unfair fight stuff. The fights better be far as the match goes, and the number of fights have to be sort of kind of the same. So therefore, can't nobody say, oh, they had a mismatch or something like that. No, I don't do mismatches unless you want to. I didn't have guys say, hey, I want to fight that guy right there. They got a lot of fights, you know. Sometimes they could do it, you know, but everybody can't do it, you know. And I know who can do it and who can't do it. So therefore, like my guys, they got to listen to, you know, follow my lead, what I'm doing, because I know what the hell I'm doing. I done already created 45 championships since I started already. I'm trying to get to 50. But yeah, it's all, whether it's me or whoever, it's always important that you do your homework on your manager, what manager that you want to decide, and see what he does, see what type of connections he have. But that matters, you know. But you don't want to get signed with somebody that don't know what the hell they're doing. Now you're stuck. I got guys from that come out of management. I'm not even gonna say that the management names. They come out of management that really, and they out there. They out there, but they don't do shit for their fighters or whatever. You know, they just let them hold it since they until their contract is up. These fuckers probably don't even fight. You don't even get a fight. And that's not me. You're going to be fighting. You're going to be busy. Anybody that's on my team could tell you. They have no problem getting fights and they busy. So yes, if you want to fight and you want to stay busy, you might want to check me out. Management of Champions.
Like he said, he's looking for somebody you want it, but he wants somebody that wants it more.
Exactly.
So
you gotta want it.
That's right. It's not just you want it more. You want
don't just want to fight. You want to win stuff. You know what I mean? You want to be champion. That's what the type of fighters I want. The name of my team is Management of Champions. There's a reason for that.
Just look for him on Facebook. If you guys are a fighter and you want to look for fights, if you don't have a manager right now, feel free to contact him. He'll get you some fights. Believe that. So, Daryl, till next time, we'll probably see you Sunday. And I'll try to get you some interviews up there. Some of your guys. So
all right. Definitely looking forward to it, like always. I want to shout out to all my guys, everybody from MOC, everybody that wants to sponsor, all the letters I've been getting about sponsorships and whatever. And I also want to thank everybody that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. So,
happy birthday, old man. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks a lot.
All right. So you guys, like I said, if you want any information about upcoming fights or anything, you go to Management of Champions, MOC, Daryl. Look him up on Facebook. If you guys looking for a manager, he's the guy to look for. So appreciate you guys engaged for being on the show. Thank you for watching the full broadcast. We'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good day. Peace.
Have a good day, everybody.